Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. In today's video, we are going to learn rate of change. It is one of the important subtopic in differentiation. It's not very difficult if you understand the basic concepts of chain rule. So if you recap the basic concept of chain rule, you can solve the questions involving rate of change. First and foremost, rate of change has rate. So the word rate, if you look at the letter T, it is something to do with time. So your equation must have over dt. Example, if you have the rate of change of x, so you're going to say dx over dt. So dt must always with respect to time. So example, if you have rate of change of x, you're going to write dx over dt. If you have the rate of change of y, you're going to write dy over dt, and so on and so forth. So if the rate is increasing, so your dx over dt, say for example, will be greater than 0, it's going to be positive. But if your rate is decreasing, so the rate will be less than 0 or negative. So this is the basic concept of rate of change. If you look at the first example, they will give you an equation. So it is given that y equals to 3x squared minus 2x. So they also give you if x increases at a constant rate of 2 units per second. So that will be the rate, which is dx over dt. So remember, rate is going to be over time, so dx over dt. Alright, the first thing is to find dy over dx first, because you have y and x. So you're gonna have you have to differentiate this term. So the dy over dx will be, so 3 times 2 will be 6x. X power 2 minus 1 gives you 1, so differentiation of 2x will be negative 2. And then you're going to substitute in the value of x, which is given from the question, which is x equals to 4. So you're going to subtract 6 times 4 minus 2. So you'll get 24 minus 2, which is 22. Alright, now if you rewrite whatever given from the question, so it's given from the question that the x increases, so it's going to be positive. So 2 units per second, so that will be the dx over dt. So the word rate must have over time, so you write dx over dt. So this equals to 2. This is based on the question. Alright, here you're going to apply chain rule. To apply chain rule, first you look at the question. They want you to find the rate of change of y, so you write dy over dt. So to apply chain rule, first you're going to times 2 differentiation. So you're going to write times and 2 fraction there. So dy you copy in the first fraction, dt you copy in the second fraction. So dy over dx, because if you look at the question, we have dx over there, and then the other thing will be dx over dt. Now substitute in the dy over dx, which is 22, and then your dx over dt, which is 2, you just substitute into your equation, you get 22 times 2, which is 44. So quite easy. This is the final answer. So remember, in chain rule, so you're going to apply chain rule, and also if you remember, the word rate has something to do with time, so it must be over dt. And then the rest just finding dy by dx, and also substitute in the value. So this question is very easy to get 3 marks.